Hey guys, this is Dunk, and I'm back, and I think that today I want to play a little bit of Civ 5 with the Community Balance patch. I mentioned that in an episode, just a little bit of an update on the elevator that I was doing in the Terraformapunk elevator explanation. And I don't know, I figured I was actually just felt like playing some of this tonight, and I thought, hey, it might be interesting to just record it and see what happens. Before we start, I just want to go over these mods in use. It's really pretty much just the community balance patch plus the enhanced user interface and historical religions. It does not actually affect the gameplay, it just adds a few more of the religions to the game. Like for each civ, there's usually like a religion that they can have. So like you'll have like Druidism and the Viking religion and stuff like that. That just, for me, gives me a few more options, which I think is kind of cool. So we're going to set up a game. Japan on Archipelago, if you can get a good start, that can be amazing. Really, really good. I'm doing Prince. I was doing on King before, but I find that Prince is just more fun. Like, you can get away with so much more on Prince, and I think that's what we're going to do. And it is, yeah, AI has many advantages. That's not what the regular Civ is like. So the difficulty scaling is a bit different on CPP. If you guys haven't seen CPP before, I think this will be a good opportunity to talk about it a bit. I've been playing enough that I think I have a reasonably good idea of how it works. First off, you'll notice Japan here. That's completely different than normal. Strength units increases very slowly. It's like 0.1% for every damage they take. So like at 60 health, they have 4% extra damage. So not amazing. Plus 2 culture, plus 1 food from fishing boats and atolls. So that's really nice. And melee naval units can construct fishing boats instead of samurai. And the samurai are actually quite a bit better. Their combat strength is actually higher than the long swordsman. They upgrade into the same unit that long swordsmen upgrade into instead of the rifleman. And they get 2 unique promotions, quick study, which means they get 50% more experience, and great generals too. And that's actually quite nice. That scales pretty well. And the dojo is a replacement for the armory. It gives 5 extra experience compared to the armory in this game, and it gives iron and horses, 2 culture, and 2 production. And so that's nice. And also, units get a free promotion called 8 Virtues of Bushido, which after their first combat gives them a random promotion, sort of like the Chris Swordsman. So that's kind of nice, but I don't think we'll go with Japan for this game. Japan is nice to do something a little sketchy, cheaty. And, you know, there are a lot of civs that you can actually get away with some pretty funny stuff with. Like the Iroquois. The Iroquois used to be not so great. The AI was pretty good with them, but their uniques were not that great. They still have the same uniques, but they've been changed quite a bit. A little bit. So Mohawk Warrior is now stronger than the Swordsman, which in this version has 15 combat. These have 16. They can pillage improved tiles, like all melee units. And they got combat bonus in Forest and Jungle, plus a double movement in Forest and Jungle. And all forests work as roads for the Iroquois, not just forests in their territory like in the regular Civ 5. So that's actually quite nice. And all land military units start with the Wisdom promotion. So all land military units can move through forests at double speed and treat them as roads. So you can, like, if you go on an Arborea map, you zip across that map so quickly. And the Longhouse no longer is a replacement of the workshop's replacement of the Herbalist. The Herbalist is a building that gives you +1 food on forest and jungle tiles. And the Longhouse does that plus production, and you get a calendar, so that's pretty early. You get forest tiles are actually a lot better. Usually have 3 yields, like 2 food and 2 hammers, or 1 food and 2 hammers. And so that turns almost like, if you have forest grassland tiles, you get 3 food, 2 hammers. That's a really good tile early game, especially one that you don't have any improvements on. And with camps and stuff, they can actually get pretty nice yields from forest. So if you want to go on an Arborea map, Iroquois, quite nice. Kamehameha, +1 sight when embarked, and they can go over oceans immediately. Pretty much the same as regular. But they now are the ones, instead of Isabella, they get yield bonus from natural wonders. So that's interesting. The Moai are not just for culture. With masonry, you get +2 production on them, so that's actually pretty good. That's like a mine on an improved resource. That's pretty good. Japan's obviously just good if you go tradition, because all the policies are reworked as well. These guys can settle on mountains. There's a pantheon. In fact, we may go Inca just to exploit that, because that was so much fun that one time I did it. You can settle on mountains. Your cities look like Machu Picchu, and there is a pantheon that is based on mountains and natural wonders, and it just makes the Inca are so overpowered because you don't take damage on mountains, so you can't heal, but your ranged units just hide in the mountains because their ranged unit, the slinger, gets 2 attacks per turn. So that means that you produce a bunch of those at the beginning of the game, and then all of your later composite bowmen have this 2 attacks per turn, and that's incredibly overpowered. So not only do you get these terrace farms, which are amazing, +1 production, +1 food, +1 food for every adjacent mountain, and +1 food per adjacent terrace farm, and all adjacent farms gain +1 food. Whoa, because the regular farm is just +1 food for every 2 adjacent farms. But this is, wow, so that's incredible. So these are incredibly overpowered improvements. And the techs are reworked a bit. So you see it's prerequisite tech masonry instead of construction before. But masonry comes later. If actually, masonry comes after construction, I think. So yeah, so the Inca really good. I think what's the that pantheon is like every 2 mountains is +1 faith, +1 culture, and then a bonus from natural wonders, or like +2 faith, +3 culture, and natural wonders, something like that. And so that can be really good. Settling on a mountain, other melee units can't attack it because no one else can attack into a mountain. So that makes your cities pretty much invulnerable to being captured, as far as I'm aware. Science is a lot harder to get in this game. It doesn't really scale with population anymore as much. The library does not give you +1 for every 2 citizens. So Korea's science bonus is from specialists is actually quite nice. Oh, and the 50% growth during Golden Ages and We Love the Empress Day, which is a replacement, their specialty instead of We Love the King Day, is actually pretty good. And you can set some stuff up to actually make China get you can have some 50% bonus most of the game. Great people trigger 10 turns of We Love the Empress Day, so that's pretty nice. But I think I want to go with the Inca. We're obviously not going to do. In fact, let's go to advanced setup. I'm feeling a little bit sick right now. Excuse me, sorry about that, guys. I'm thinking... Is this it? I don't think so. Yeah, no, not Frontier. What is it? Highlands? Yeah, Highlands. I'm going to do ranges, mountain density, dense, bodies of water, and I'm going to do small lakes. So standard size, prince, epic pace, because it just gives you a chance to move around a little more. Your units aren't so bad so quickly. And standard resources, even though legendary can be quite fun. What else do we have? Barbarian, great general points, and great admiral points. I kind of like that. I don't know why you don't get it. I don't enable research agreements, no tech brokering, no tech trading. I just don't like that. Quick combat and quick movement. Quick movement is because the explorer units are, for some reason, there's so many of those little dudes that if you move them one tile at a time, it takes you forever to watch them go run, and it's so annoying. And transparent diplomacy, because I just like having that on. So we're gonna start, and we'll see what we get. I really hope I don't get some sort of content flag from the music, but it'll probably happen if I was at all popular and anyone noticed. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. So okay, A little laggy, actually. And that may be because... Hang on 1 second. Does that improve it at all? If not, I may have to look into changing the graphics quality or something. Anyway, but we'll look at that for the next episode. Anyway, so let's look at our start here. So we're on a forest. That'll be good because we'll get some extra production towards our first building. And it looks like we're on a hill. So that'll be good to get some extra production in general. So forest, plains, hill, river. So, okay, so let's talk about this for a second. You'll notice that the plains have one food, 2 production, and then these grassland hills, grassland forests is more accurate, are 2 production, 1 food. So you can see how, like, so that, you know, because grasslands are 2 food and plains are 1 food, 1 production, and so that's how that works out. So it looks like the forest just adds 1 production to the base tile yield. These lakes are actually quite good, although ocean tiles with a harbor and a lighthouse are better. They are 4 food and 1 gold. The lakes never improve, but they just start off with 3 food. So this is almost certainly going to be the tile that we start with. We have gems as our starting luxury. Plus, there should be one other. Gems do not have the best monopoly bonus, plus 25% golden age length. I'd usually prefer something like plus 3 food. Like the crabs are like plus 3 food. And in my Japan game, our crab tiles, we had like 11 food per crab tile. That was pretty amazing. And like, you know, whales, I think, or is it whales and amber, or just I know amber is plus 3 science, and so science is hard to come across, and so that's just good. But yeah, so we're gonna settle in place, and I don't see. Oh yeah, we have truffles. That's plus 5 global happiness. So you haven't played CPP before. Major difference. I think the thing that I like the most about this, because there's a lot of things. Combat is different. You know, you can notice our warrior only has 6 combat strength. That's interesting. Happiness is very, very different. It's local happiness for the most part, and you can see here, our unhappiness is generated by our needs. So there's a gold need, a defense need, a science need, and a culture need. If your culture is not sufficient for population, so right now we have 1 citizen, and so that's sufficient. But if your population grows too big, and your total culture for the city divided by the total population for the city does not meet the requirement, your people find the city boring and they get unhappy. If your gold is not high enough, then they're impoverished. If your defense is not high enough, then there's crime. If your science is not high enough, they're illiterate. And there's a few other things as well, like they can have religious divisions if they don't have enough of your majority religion. Interestingly, so buildings can improve the defense of your city. Obviously, being on a hill improves it. But having a unit stationed inside improves the defense, and so that actually helps reduce crime. As a quick fix, you can just put a unit in a city, and that'll reduce crime. And so I like that a lot. Luxuries, having a luxury gives you plus 1 happiness, so that's nice. And you can get, I think, a bit of happiness from certain other things as well. But that's actually quite nice. There's also, having happiness increases your yields by 10% for everything. And so in some ways, happiness actually makes more happiness. Because if you're a little bit under your requirement for something, but you have plus 10 happiness, that you get that plus 10% bonus can actually put you over the limit, and that'll actually make you more happy. So that's kind of nice. It's the first turn. We're going to definitely make a scout. Because we destroyed that forest when we settled, we do get a really, really quick scout. Warrior not as good, just because they don't have as good movement. And then obviously we're definitely going to go Monument Shrine after that. Another thing that's interesting is you are not competing for Pantheons as much. Everyone just needs 45 faith to get a Pantheon. And we're almost certainly going to go... also, another thing, just for the terrain, deserts do consume 2 movement across now, unlike in Vanilla Civ. So we're going to go this way. There's a few more hills, and that'll give us some extra vision, and maybe some mountains to look around from. Our first tech is going to be the wheel, and so there's a lot of different, the techs are a bit different now. Trapping is what gives you your archers. Animal husbandry reveals horses, cattle, and sheep, so we could have those. We'd have no idea. Same with deer and bison for trapping. We're We're going to go with the wheel, though, because it unlocks the council, which is +1 science, and science is really good early game. Settlers are unlocked in pottery, and mining reveals stone and would give us access to wells. I could have re-rolled this map, but I think we're on a river. I think we'll be fine. So I'm going to just come in here and make sure to lock this tile. Game, don't do this to me, buddy. There you go. All right, and so we're going to choose our. We already chose the research, so that's fine. The game's just being a bit slow. Why are you being so slow, game? All right. If this continues like this, we may. We're already 15 minutes into this episode, 15 and a half, something like that. I think. Oh man, this maybe I need to close some background programs or something. So let's hop up. Yeah, this is a little painful right now. Excuse me, guys. This shouldn't take too long. We'll just see if we can do something about that. Okay, guys, welcome back. This should be a little bit better. Let's just grab that up again. So yeah, there are a few ways to improve your science beyond just getting the council, which you'll notice is only one science. It'd be also, you get 15 science when you complete it. Certain buildings, like I believe the granary, which I guess we get from pottery, is 10% of the city's food output is added to the city's science every turn, so that's nice. And there are a few buildings like that. They'll do that with production. Might be one for culture, but yeah. Like the production one is, I think, the forge, which you get from ironworking, and you don't require iron to build that. So let's just hop over here. There's a ruin. Let's head a little bit south, and we're going to go directly into our monument. There's a lot of mountains around here, so some pretty good city locations. Some wheat and some more ruins. Increasing population, so that's nice. We will lock that. Eventually we'll get another one of these lake tiles, and that'll probably end up being the one we work. And the Grand Mesa. So we're probably going to settle this. We are planning to go for the Pantheon. That'll give us a bonus to our natural wonders. Let's see what the yield on this is. We just mouse over it for a second. 5 production, 2 gold, 2 culture. And the Goddess of Nature, which is one we're going to go for, is 2 culture and 3 faith. So that'll be that'll be pretty good. Culture is also pretty hard to come across at the beginning of the game. The monument only gives you +1 culture. And culture is really important. So outline of the surrounding area, and for some reason that always centers on a city-state. You'll notice half of this was cut off. That is because this is the bottom of the map. So there's Buenos Aires. Let's meet them. They're going to give us a bit of culture for meeting them. That'll be nice. And advanced weapons. Nice. Hop up on top of the wonder for a second. Oh, that actually... Oh, because it's a desert tile, probably. So that's going to kill all of our movement, unfortunately. I didn't notice that. Let's hop up here, and then down here. 12 culture for meeting them. That is quite good. And we'll hop this way. Okay. Oh, there's some more ruins. Didn't mean to click that far. Let's go this way, because I don't want to be on flat ground. If we can find Kilimanjaro, that'll be nice, because Kilimanjaro... Oh, free pottery. That is really good. Always like those free techs. Unfortunately, this is a pretty open area. Oh, we have our first neighbor that looks like Japan. Oh, so we have amber over here. So amber, the yield is 2 production and 1 culture. So instead of giving like a production or gold yield, that actually gives you a culture yield. That's interesting. So a lot of wheat here. Not many hills though. So if I were a desert focused civ, I would really like to settle there. But not a lot of places to build. Just meet Japan. Not a lot of places to build good terrace farms. So we probably wouldn't go there. There's a city-state there. We'll meet them after we grab these these ruins, rather. Let's just take a look at our city again. Okay, so let's hop back up on these mountains. Quite a few mountains around this area. New combat training. This is just +10 experience. That's nice. And we're gonna, so we can look, the promotions are different. So +10% combat strength, and 15 versus fortified units, and this is just cities and flank attack. At this point in the game, we're probably not going to get the flank bonus or be attacking cities, so I generally like to go with the combat strength bonus. And meet Cape Town, get 18 food. So that's going to put us 1 turn away. Actually, we're actually quite a bit over. Actually, nearly 18 over. We were 0.4 food from growing when we got that, so that's kind of funny. And I guess we're going to probably head down here. Oh, and there's Japan. Wandering around. I want to probably bring the scout over to explore this direction. Yeah, I don't know if we'll settle this. There's a lot of mountains down here. Oh, and there's a ruin. Oh, it's the scout bonus, so survivalism is actually kind of interesting, but this, double movement in forest and jungle, is just too good for a scout to ignore. We get our monument soon. I should look at what tile we're working. It wants to go for the production and gold. And, I mean, well, let's see. It's still 1 turn, and I do like the extra growth, so we will swap. Additional land. Okay, so that means we're almost certainly... we did not get a lake tile. I was expecting us to get a lake tile. Well, we'll definitely swap to this, because that's just an extra gold. There's that music. I was actually listening to some of the Civ 5 music the other day, and it was nice to hear. Okay, let's just jump this way. Even though the Monopoly bonus for gems is not that great, oh, we still got some ruins. It would still be nice just to be able to get it. Hopped through the forest just to get a bit of extra movement. Treasures of an Ancient Empire, 145 gold. Some jungles around here. And the Aztecs. Hey, buddy. Yeah, there's nothing really to trade at this point. Aztec Jaguar. We're going to get our first policy. And we're going to go... do we go authority or tradition? So tradition is really good for getting specialists early and having a big, big, big capital. Authority is good. Warlike expansionist, you want to build a lot of cities. It's where you get a free settler. You get science for combat kills, and I don't know, I'm feeling like I did win authority the last time I went the Inca. I think in this map and their play style on this map, it might actually be nice because they get a lot of extra movement. They can go through mountains, so they can get places. Obviously, it lets you see when barbarian camps spawn, and you get a lot of culture for killing barbarians. We'll be able to move around a lot. We get that early game slinger unit, which is going to help us a lot with our killing barbarians. We'll be able to hide in the mountains. So I think that's a cool idea. We'll get some science for killing them as well, so that'd be nice. So we're going to go authority. Gonna hop around that way. So we'll unlock the wheel soon. So you see Stonehenge, great. Get a free council of 30 faith, but you need 2 policies to build it. And so we're not going to get another policy for 30 turns. So Stonehenge is probably not a good option. We should just go for the council. I'm not sure if we'll go council or shrine first. I think I kind of want to get the shrine. Finished before we go council, and then we'll definitely go granary. After that, I probably want to build some units, but we'll really see. So we have pottery for free. Mining would be nice, but I think we're going to go trapping, because just to get the slinger out, and then certainly animal husbandry after that. We might have a lot of sheep, given all the hills. If we do some forest, though, we could have some deer. That'd be good, too. Oh, so we just saw a barbarian camp spawn. Oh, there's a city state over there. Probably top up on the mountain to meet them, probably. I don't really want to go that way. That looks like the corner of the map again. Ormus, friendship increases by 12. So no money, no faith, no culture, nothing like that, but that's okay. And I guess we'll just go this way. Oh, we meet Rome. Hey, Rome, what's up, buddy? Nice to meet you. It's not expanding into the... no, we probably... Oh, we're very close. 2 turns to be able to buy a worker. Not much we can do with the worker. Maybe set up a farm here. But I almost always buy a worker in CPP, rather than bothering to build one. That's generally what I do with my first money, first bit of gold. And whether or not that's a good idea, you could debate that. But it's generally what I like to do. So let's do that. Can't shop the forest yet. Don't get that till bronze working. Wants me to put a farm here, but I want to do it over here. Maybe we'll wrap around up here and check out just some more places. So I can still explore down here. Pantheon founded. Yeah, goddess of purity, +1 faith and food from oases, lakes, and marshes, +1 happiness for cities on rivers. So you notice the Pantheon's actually quite a bit better in CPP than they are in regular Civ 5. Aztecs once again. Yeah, I mean, this is a little close to Kyoto, but I'm thinking somewhere in this area would be pretty good with all of the mountains. In fact, we might settle on a mountain. Oh, hey Babylon, what's up? Well, this production would be nice too. There's just not a lot of mountains nearby. And that's kind of what I'm disappointed with. Well, we have a spearman. We could probably go bust a few camps for some early culture. We may start doing that. Maybe I want to get an extra unit out. Probably a slinger soon. I don't know. So where are we right now in the game? I think we're at a generally good place. We're going to get our council soon. A couple turns after we finish trapping, we'll probably start on a slinger right away, see where our tiles are going. I think this is a good place to put a cut in the first episode, though. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. And I will see all of you next time.